So right now we have an opportunity to join with the strength and conditioning program of the Athens coaches. All right? So what's going on is they have an hour session every day, Monday through Friday, in the weight room. And they want us to join them. It's specific training for off-season athletes, which is what you are. Come in. So it starts right after school at 3:20. It's just an hour long, right? So show up, get in, get your work, and then you're free for the rest of the day. It's great if you happen to be a club swimmer as well, because if they train in the evening and they want to do this, it's a lot to do both, but if they want to, they have this option. Now, I know what you're thinking. Two problems. One, I go to Troy, why would I come over to Athens? Well, it's fine. Last year they trained, the coach is Mr. Lusk, is the coach's name. They trained the Troy United girls hockey team, and they had a lot of Troy High athletes, and that's no problem. We're beyond that. We're post-Troy versus Athens business, especially with us as a co-op team. So I specifically asked the athletic director of Athens and Mr. Lusk, the coach that's running it, if you had any problem training in Troy athletes. He said, absolutely not. That's no problem at all. So don't worry about that. The other problem is getting over here. You would have to leave Troy High as soon as you're released, drive over here sensibly and smart, I don't want any accidents, and then join them in the weight room. So you might be 5 or 10 or 15 minutes late every day. I asked Mr. Lusk about that. Mr. Lusk did not have a problem with that. He says, as long as we know that they're going to be here, that's fine. And they'll be the same guys that are coming in late every day. We'll understand that won't be a problem. All right? So, 5 days. There's 3 days of strength training. Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Straight up lifting in the weight room to improve your leg strength, a little bit of arm as well. But mostly your legs is what I'm interested in. He'll put you through it. He's used to working with athletes who don't have any weight room experience. I specifically asked them, I said, these are water polo guys. They haven't been through a football kind of program where they have a lot of weight room or anything like that. He said, no problem. This is for that. This is for off-season athletes who don't know how to use a weight room. We will teach them to use the weight room. We'll stand there and make sure they do it right, and we'll teach them. It's a great opportunity. And it's great to learn how to use a weight room now. You can use it literally for the rest of your life. So this is a really good opportunity, right? And a number of athletes in season will come up to me because they really want to do good, and they'll say, Coach, what can I do to improve my tread? And there's not much you can do once we're in season. It's all about getting your strength in your legs now, off season. Right? Last year, I really learned a lot in teaching tread because I watched a number of varsity swimmers come in who had never played water polo before, but they were in their height of their conditioning. They were in great shape. And they picked up that tread like that. Made me realize the form is not that hard to get. It's the strength behind the form that makes all the difference. So when those swimmers came in and had strong legs from swimming, they could do the tread no problem. When we got guys in here that had not worked their legs until the first day of water polo practice, they worked very hard on the form, but it doesn't matter how good a form is. If you don't have the strength behind it, it ain't happening. So now is the time to develop that strength so you can be a better treader and a better water polo player. Once the season starts, it's almost too late. Okay? Really want to stress hard that this is a critical thing you can do. It's also an absolutely great opportunity for those of you who are going to swim. Right? We have 8 weeks until the swimming starts. And you could be hitting it 8 weeks. You can hit swimming ready to go. You're going to be in decent cardio if you're going 5 days a week. You're going to be stronger if you're just choosing to go Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. But this is the best opportunity you're going to have to be ready to have a great swim season. And it's for swimmers. And the best opportunity you're going to have a good water polo season. Okay, I cannot stress enough that this is a critical opportunity that I don't want you guys to blow. Okay? Now, a couple things. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, as I said, is strength training. They'll teach you how to do it. You're a freshman, you're feeling intimidated about going in the weight room with a bunch of varsity athletes, get over it. Get in there and get it done. He knows that you're coming in there. He knows that you don't know. Coach knows that you don't know how to do it. He will teach you, right? He asks two things in return. One, you show up and you do the job and get it done, not screw around. And also, just importantly, commitment. In other words, you're not showing up Wednesday one week and then missing 3 times, and then show up Friday the next week, and then miss Monday, and then show up Wednesday. If you're going to get into this program, I want you there at least the 3 days a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, or the 5 days a week. And it's not only critical for your development, but we need to, as a coach, he's going to show you guys things on Monday. If he's got a bunch of new people there Wednesday, he's got to start all over again. And he's got a weight room full of athletes. He can't do that. So that's what you need to do. If you're going to get involved, jump in, commit. Right? If you have to miss a day because you have a doctor's appointment, no one's going to have a problem with that. But if you're picking and choosing the days that you want to go based on what's on TV or whether or not you got to ride up to Ray's Ice Cream to get an ice cream cone after school, that's the wrong attitude to have, and I don't want you doing it. I want you committing to hitting at least 3 times a day 3 times a week for the strength training. Now, especially for boys going into swimming, 5 days a week would be best, because on Tuesdays and Thursdays, he is working on speed, agility, and cardio. Speed and cardio are great things. Face it, a lot of you guys have been lumps of coals with this pandemic. You've been sitting around watching TV and TikTok videos, and that's fine. But now's the time to get up and going. Because if you show up the first day of swimming looking like a potato, you're going to have a rough season. You got to get after it now. And if you show up for water polo looking like a potato, that's down the road, but that's going to be a problem as well. All right, so this is your opportunity to get things to start. If you want to swim, but you're not sure, if you feel like maybe you wouldn't make the team at tryouts, this is the avenue to make the team. If you do this 5 days a week for 8 weeks, you are going to be ready. And you have your best chance of making that team. All right? And if you show up very regularly, listen a day here or there, no big deal. If I know that you're showing up, I will speak to the coach. It's his team, but I can say, hey, I want to recommend this guy. He showed dedication. He showed up to training. I know he's not quite as fast as some of these other guys, but he's going to progress because he's already demonstrated his commitment to showing up. So that's another, and I don't know if the coach will listen to me or not, but I'll be happy to jump in and advocate for you, but only if you're showing up and only if you're doing the work. Okay? That's the basis of the initial off-season workout program, first half of it. Second half, I'm going to be opening the pool about once a week for you to come in. You can do a swim workout. You can also just pass the ball around, maybe shoot a little bit, and then we'll probably do some pickup games where we'll throw the nets in and you get to swim back and forth and play a little water polo. Okay? Those days, I would probably try to do Tuesdays because that fits with a lot of things, but it's kind of dependent on swim schedules and building schedules and everything else. Everything will be here at Athens for the most part. Maybe at Troy occasionally, but mostly at Athens. So it's kind of a 2-pronged program. Weight room available, 3-pronged. Weight room training, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Weight room speed, agility, and cardio. By weight room, you're probably going out in the gym and doing some things. That's Tuesdays and Thursdays. And then pool at least probably once a week. And I'll just keep you updated on when that's available, when that time is available. Okay? So again, if you're going to swim, that's a great time to start getting your swimming in. Right? So that's the thing. So this will go on for 8 weeks. November 12th will be the last day of this phase of preseason conditioning. Okay? This will then be done. And then we'll figure out what's next based on participation, based on availability of guys. Some guys will be in swimming, and so we'll figure it out then. But generally we'll probably do something in December, and then we'll start hardcore in January for boys who aren't on the swim team, although you should be on the swim team. The best thing for you to do off season is to be on the swim team. Second is to do this weight room training. There's going to be a real emphasis on speed this year in the pool. If you are not one of the top 7, 8, 9 sprinters, you're probably not going to be a starter or a first sub. All right, we're going to re-emphasize speed. There's room for some technique and some strategic players that maybe aren't quite as fast, but speed is going to be a key component. I watched two coaches who I really admire I was standing there and they were talking at Lake Orion, and the one coach said, where was number 9? His arm is amazing. And the other coach said, he's slow. I'm not going to play any slow players anymore. So, and I've thought about that conversation a lot. That's a very successful coach that said that, and I'm going to reorient myself to speed, or reorient the team to speed. Okay?